Day 20. Day 20. If you really did this 20 days in a row, very impressed. Very good job. Again, I know many years ago I bought a similar program, and it was 60 some odd days in a row. And I like processes, and I did it every single morning for 60 something days in a row. And it did make a difference. It was cool. And yes, it did open up other doors. So if this is your day 20, like you go on the calendar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, good job. Good job. If this is the first of many, ooh, you're on a road. If you do this regularly, very well done. Just hope you're taking action. Just hope you're taking action. That's why I'm so big on action items and giving you action items. There was a time, I know I've said this before, where I was going through many books, but my life wasn't changing. And I thought, hey, Ed, stop, buddy. Stop. No more books. No more classes. No more. Until you do something with it. Until you start helping others. So I had to sit myself down. And I wrote out a plan. I just had to do something with it. What am I going to do? Just keep it inside? For what? I mean, it made me think different, and I was doing different things, but I wasn't putting things into motion for you. Luckily, started doing that. Started taking my 5 swings at the tree every day, and yes, dramatically changed my life. And hopefully, you will do these for others as you start to elevate. Yeah. All right. Speaking of, today's topic could itself be an entire book. Once you start to look at it, let's just look at our lives in general, right? We have all those great up times, and the older you get in life and the more you live, you'll see those down times, and up times, and down times, and those are the seasons, right? We all know this. Not every day is a beautiful sunny day. There's these dark winter times where it just seems like this after this, after this, after this. That's life. It's the rings on a tree. I don't know if a lot of people don't know this. So you cut a tree and you see all those rings? You know what those rings are? They're from the winters. They harden the bark. Then the seasons change and the new area grows. The tree grows. It's the same thing with us. We have our seasons. What I like to call these areas in life, what they are, they're transitions. So from the very micro transition to the macro transition. So let's talk about both. The micro transition, and this is how I can tell when I'm working with a professional and how well they transition. I know in life they transition as well. They got this. They definitely got it under control. They have it down to a science. Let me give you an example. Close friend of mine, employee of mine, awesome, incredible, just true professional, very high performer, has been for years and years. Calls me in the afternoon. Hey, Eddie, I need you to cover me for 2 hours. I need you to cover all my clients, anything that I have for 2 hours, please. I said, I got it. I'm on it. Can I help you with anything? Nope. I just need 2 hours to get this done. So, okay. Are you okay? I am. I'm okay. Just got in a car wreck with my entire family. Totaled my car. I'm on the side of the road. My family's here. My kids are there. But in 2 hours, I'll be right back on. I'll call you back. I said, okay. Anything happens, let me know. I said, I got you. He hung up. I was like, wow. I hope he's okay. 2 hours went by. Call me right back. Hey, Eddie, I'm on. Anything I need to know? No, everything is good. Nothing happened. Nothing changed. You're good right where you are. He's like, thank you. That was it. What had happened was he went out for lunch, took his family out for lunch. Yes, they got hit by a car, totaled their vehicle. They're on the side of the road, and he put a process in place immediately, got a car to pick him up, got his family to safety, got the other car sent over to the dealership, did everything he needed to do, step, right back into work. Boom, business as usual, didn't skip a beat. Same thing when you have your process and you're working through your process, all of a sudden, oh, life's gonna take you this way. It's okay, hey, let's get right back into our process and keep going and going. Professionals transition very quickly. they take emotion right out of it. They put it right there. Especially in business. I take all emotion, stack it right there. There's no room for emotion in business. This is business. This is me helping someone else and how we're going to do it. So if there's an issue, let's take the emotion out of it. Let's just look at it for what it is. Let's find some solutions. Let's take action. Let's fix it, and let's all move on. Nobody did anything on purpose. Nobody's trying to hurt anybody. So in your own life, when things happen, for example, I was consulting someone, and he was telling me how he was trying to work on his temper. I was like, tell me about this temper issue you have. For example, last week, I stubbed my toe on a couch, and I started saying, things out loud, and started just saying words, and sat down and complained for a while. Do you regularly do this? I said, yeah, I guess I do. That's a childish choice. You don't have to do that. It doesn't make anything better. Nobody wants to hear it. Do I want to hear it when someone is screaming about their toe? No, it happened. Move on. Put some shoes on or learn about that corner. Be more careful where you're stepping. I can empathize for people when something happens. Hey, sorry that happened. But let's get through that. Let's go on. Let's move forward. So when you're transitioning, here's your status quo and something changes, you should be able to flow with it just fine. Look at it, say, that's interesting. And now how do I fix this? How do I go through this? Whether it's really, really good or it's really, really not so good. A lot of the times, the universe is trying to take you over here. This is where you're wanting and needing to go, but you won't go. So it'll force you over there. Like twice in my life, working at a giant bank, I had a massive pipeline of clients. I needed every single one of those closings, and it was gonna be one of my biggest paydays. And that entire pipeline got shut down and it moved to the next month where I made zero. I was baffled, sickened, blown away. Bad spot. Within a week, did I have a way better job, a dream job that I didn't even think I could get? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was awesome. But I had to go through that transition. I had to get over there, to open up this massive, beautiful door that pretty much led me to be able to do this and many other things. I mean, really, really amplified my life. So as you look at transitions, have a way to get through them. Know that you can, and we're going to talk about that here in two seconds. So the micro transition is, something just happened in life that I got to work through. The macro transition is death of a family member, somebody close to you, getting fired from a job, a company that you're working with closing, your spouse leaves you. I mean, the big boys, no different from the little ones. Now, there's going to be some heart grief, and I'm not saying there's not. We can work through that as well, right? We focus on the future and what's going to happen. But let's work through being able to get through these transitions. Let's work on being really good at transitioning. Now, how do we do that? I do something called taking inventory. In taking inventory, I literally write down, I will have a writing session about my life and who I am and what I have in those moments. So let's say, for example, when I got fired from my job. The company had me shut down all of its businesses that it owned, and then at the very, very end, shut down my business. And that was interesting, should have saw it coming, and they just wanted to go ahead and invest in businesses moving forward, because financially that was the best thing for them. So yes, I was blindsided. All of a sudden, I'm that guy with a box walking out of the business and thought, wow, what do I do now? So I said, well, let me sit down. Now I can, oh me, oh ma, does that change anything? No. I cry, is that gonna change anything? No. Go home and call mommy, does that change anything? No. I'm in the same spot. I need to think success. I need to think growth. I need to think win. I need to say, how can I, just like the way I got in there was having something horrible happen to me, became great. So how do I move up from whatever that is? Well, number one, it's a clean slate. Look at me now. I can go anywhere. I can apply anywhere. I can take my skills and everything I know, and I can go work at anywhere I want, any company that I want. I can do anything that I want. I have a clean slate. So I take inventory. The first thing I do is I write down the things that I have. Let's write down my education. Let's write down my skills that I have. All the systems that I know. Recently, all the different contacts that I made, everything that I've done professionally, what do I have? And then I go through my family. What family do I have? How much support do I have? Look at my health. I'm very healthy. Look at the money that I have left to work with. What lines of credit do I have to work with? How much time do I have? Now that's not a good or a bad. Let's say I only have 3 months. Okay, you got 3 months. We better go. We better use every single day. Every day. Every day is a working day when you're in transition and you're trying to get to that next place. We're not just going to hang out if we only have 3 months. We've got to make this happen. But if you write it down, you can track it. Because you can only remember so much, right? You have a lot of thoughts going on, especially when you go home and you tell the family, just got laid off, bigger and brighter things are coming around the corner. The universe has them set up. I've been journaling and here we are. Here's the next transition. I need about an hour. I need to go write a little bit. I need to plan for my next move. Then, once I have everything written down that I've taken inventory, yes, I make a plan for my next move. What is the most significant thing that I can do to get me into some new doors? Well, let's brush up that resume. Let's go ahead and reach out to a couple of friends that I have that became recruiters. Let's at least let them know recruiters know recruiters. Let's jump on LinkedIn. Let's brush up that profile. And let's blast everybody that, hey, great news. I'm on the market. I'm looking for this, this, and this. If anybody has anything, please let me know. I'm available. I'm even available to travel. So make a plan. Now that's just in work. Let's say the transition is somebody passes away. Somebody close to you passes away. If you're not versed in dealing with that and not working yourself through that, you hadn't been down that road before, grab a book as quickly as possible. If you're saying, Eddie, I'm not a reader, grab an audiobook as quickly as possible and follow some steps. Take action to move forward. Now that goes into the big three, and we'll cover the big three, right? But that's the big one, is working on what I can control. That's exactly what we did in that example. We worked on what we can control. We don't think about what I can't control. Can I control that whole company shut down and fired me? No. Can I control that my brother died? No. There's so many things that I'm going to go through and that you're going to go through that you cannot control. So we don't worry about those. We work on, in that circumstance, what can I control? And we take action. We write it down. I'll tell you what I can control. And we go through it. And we work on what we can control. Okay? That's a big one. That's a big one. Recap. Learn to transition smoother. It's like I know I use this analogy a lot. James Bond gets in, he goes on a moving train, gets this other crane, tears this train apart, jumps down in the middle of the train, fixes his shirt, and he keeps going. He doesn't stop to tell that person, oh my gosh, do you know what I was just getting through? And then this, and then no, hey, this is just Tuesday. That's what we do, professionals. Just move straight forward. Very little phases me. I'm not a victim, ever, never a victim. I transition well, but nobody needs to know about it. And then I go right on to the next thing. Right on to my journey, going straight up. No one's stopping me. No one's stopping me. Now, don't confuse what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't ask for help. You need help? Yes, ask help. Ask people for help. Reach out. Yes, that is very, very different. But if you have the situation under control, and you confidently have it under control, little analogy here, I spill a drink. Okay, I can get that under control. I can go grab some paper towels, I can clean it up, no big deal. Hey, I got this. Easy peasy. Or, boom, brother dies. Ooh, kind of haven't been down that road before. Yeah, this is a hurtful one. I need help. So yes, when it's outside of your purview, you haven't been down that road, you don't have it, get help so that you got it. The other person should be telling you, hey, I got this, and they help you through this, okay? Be sure to know what you actually can control and acknowledge when you can't control. If a substance right now has control of you, if every time you think of something, you say, you know what would be better? If I was on those pills, that would make that whole circumstance way better. You know what would make that better? Is if I was drinking three drinks of alcohol right now, that would make that better. You know what would make it better? Is if I hit this bong 5 times, it would make that better. Okay, we do not have it under control. You're not controlled. You're being controlled. We need to go get help to get control over that, okay? So I want to make that very, very, very clear. Know, be honest with yourself. Know what you can control. Please get help for what you can't control. All right? All right. Activity items. I would love if you would go through the exercise, take inventory. There's a happy exercise. If once a week, like on a Wednesday or Thursday, because it's once a week, when you're walking, name 5 things you have that week that you didn't have the week before. For example, what do I have this week that I didn't have before? This whole lesson wasn't recorded, wasn't a thing, didn't exist. I created it. I'm happy it's here. I'm happy for you. In work, I had a couple of things come in that came in this week that did not exist last week. They weren't there. So name these things. And inside, showing yourself, you're reminding yourself that things are happening, that you're growing, that great things are happening. You're not just, no. You're, things are getting better. They are. Doesn't hurt to remind yourself and add on another one and add on another one. So please take action, make that happen. Okay, here we go. Come on. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better and better and better and better and better. Yes, you are. I am amazing. Say it. Come on. Yes, you are. There is greatness in me. I hope you know that. There is greatness in you. Yes, there is. There's greatness in you. Come on, say it with me. Say it with me. I got this. Yes, you do. I know I repeat myself a lot because I mean it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you being this far. I'm so proud of you becoming you, and you are. You're incredible. Thank you